Yo, this is good news for Yella Beezy. So we see that his bail was reduced. It was at $2 million, which you only got to pay, what, 10%? So I'm thinking he has to pay like $200,000. He said he didn't have the bread was wild to me. The fact he said he didn't have the bread, I guess, to go grab it or property, because you don't need liquid cash, right? I'm asking a question at this point because I've never been through the process. But what I assume is that you can put a property or things you own as well as assets on the line in case if whatever happens, they can take those assets from. The fact that he didn't have $200K is a little wild to me. That's what shows you a lot of these rappers, bro, they know how to flex. They know how to flaunt. And they be us stupid ones on the end. Not even us, because it's definitely not me. They be a majority of the youth believing these dudes that they're super rich. And him not having access to 200K within properties and all the things he probably would have bought with all the money he made is a little wild to me. But hey, we're also hearing that my guy Lil Meech went broke off Chrome Heart Jeans, so I guess it is possible. But it is good news for him and his family to see that they lowered it down to $750K, assuming that is a bill that he could make. His family's even asking for a bit lower, and they ended up going to $750K. They wanted like $200K. They actually showed a lot of things in court as well, and we got more updates. Like they showed the death of Mo3, the video in there, super graphic. I remember seeing this previously, like when Mo3 passed away, seeing it online, but I think it was blurred out. You see Mo3 run to the passenger side trying to grab something out of what everybody's saying that he had a stash spot. He was trying to get a weapon out, and then he runs off out the camera when he sees the driver come out with a stick. To me, what I never understand is, I thought you had a better chance in the car, bro. I would have banged a U-turn in the highway going at traffic before I get out the car and try to run off. Also, why you have to get out the car? You can't lean over inside the whip. In case if you see him coming, you just floor the gas and probably get riddled up with bullets, but you have a better chance once again surviving. Because what he thought he was gonna outrun him? He thought he was gonna outrun bullets? I still don't understand what the thought of that was. Because I would have floored it. I would have took off right and just tried to flex out through there. And the dude was in front of him. It's like, how you following me and you in front of me? I would have just stayed with him and try to get off on an exit. It's easy to say what you would have done, but it's just weird to me. I feel like there was so many other options Mo3 could have took than the one he took. Keep driving on the fast lane and he's following you in front of you. When you see one of them cops, bro, I don't give a damn. I'm pulling over right to the cop. Yeah, shoot me here. Or I'm banging a U-turn right there until a state trooper pulls me over. I'm driving reckless till I get pulled over. I'm not getting out that car. But we do get more information as well, as there is some people that will be taking a stand against. The internet at first was saying it was the shooter, I believe Keon White, but now people are saying they don't think it's him. They do not think it's Keon White. They think it's the dude that got mad that Mo3 was allegedly sleeping with his baby mom. That's who they're thinking now is going to take the stand against Yella Beezy. One of those two guys taking a stand against you is dangerous. I feel like anybody but those two, you probably should be good. But any of those two, seeing their face on that stand against you, you don't know if they got phone calls. What do they have that might get you tied up in this with you saying, yo, I'll throw you some bread if you go take that out. And he done this with your baby mama. You got to go get that, go get work. Or like my guy Nip's brother said, go get it cracking, then come back. We don't know what he said. Let's show a couple news clips and we'll show some information that we did see from inside the courthouse. Guys, sub to the channel, follow me on IG, like the video, comment down below. We're on that road to 10,000 subscribers and we will be doing a giveaway at 10K subs. If you haven't seen some of the unboxing we've done previously, I suggest you go check them out.
North Texas rapper Yella Beezy in court today accused of killing another rapper. Our Natalie Haddad joins us live now from the courthouse in Dallas. Natalie, a lot of people interested in this story. What happened in court today?
Yeah, absolutely, Janelle. I was sitting in the hearing in that courtroom, and every seat was full, every pew, I should say. And again, just mentioned, we just walked out of that courtroom. A judge granted rapper Yella Beezy a lesser bond. This was his first court appearance. It was all about the bond that he was assigned to him when he was first arrested. Now, Yella Beezy, whose real name is Marquise Conway, he was arrested just last week in a murder-for-hire plot. So some background for you. Conway was initially given a $2 million bond. His defense team argued he could not afford that, and he needed to be in a position where he could continue to provide for his immediate and extended family. And despite the prosecution arguing that Conway could pay a $2 million bond if he wanted to because he lives in a mansion in Frisco and flies in private jets, Conway now returns to jail with a $750,000 bond instead. So it went from $2 million to $750,000. Conway arrested last week, nearly 5 years after the murder of another Dallas rapper, Melvin Noble, known by his rap name Mo3. Conway is accused of hiring a hitman who carried out Noble's murder. He faces a capital murder while remuneration charge, and this means that the killing was done for financial gain or reward. Now, back in November of 2020, Noble was shot and killed on I-35 in Dallas. I believe we have seen video of that. He tried to get out of his car and run, but was gunned down by a man with a rifle. 2 men were arrested in the weeks following his murder and are facing federal charges themselves. But now this case against Conway could reveal details into the hired hitman's payment and the motivation behind the murder. Again, just walked out of the courtroom just a few moments ago. Conway was escorted back to the jail. He was present for the hearing, so we will keep you updated right here on WFAA whether Conway pays that now $750,000 bond. Janelle?
Well, thanks for that update, Natalie.
Your Honor, this is just for context.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he had more options, bro, than just stopping right here. Yeah, as soon as I would have saw them stop, boom, bro, everybody keep going. I think they were waiting to see why he opened the door, maybe to see if he was going to shoot at them or what was going to go on. Seeing that he ran around, now I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. No F-150s around, because you know them dudes that drive Ford F-150s, they always turn to Captain America. He would have blocked in the car. He probably would have hit him to stop. Good to say Yella Beezy withdrew $40,000 from his account days after Mo3 was killed. The shooter plans to testify against Yella Beezy. All right, so they got records of him taking $40,000 out of an account, and if they can show any message that those dudes got, or they can say, yo, he promised he was gonna give us 40K or 20K each, that's gonna be wild. The fact that they even got proof of him taking out the bread just a couple days after, now you gotta let them shooters know, my nigga. I know it's gonna be hard. Either you gotta take out that bread months before, or you gotta take that bread out months later or in installments, so it's not high. You get me? Crazy. But let's see what was released today in court.
Keith Conway, the defendant, being present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will testify to the amount of money that was to be paid for the murder. The state's witness will testify to the individuals responsible for the payment. That state's witness will also testify that Marquise Conway was one of the individuals responsible for a portion of that payment. The state's witness will also testify to the individual who would receive this payment. The state's witness will testify that Kewan White was, in fact, the individual to receive this payment, who was originally indicted in State's Exhibit number 1, which is before.
See, right there, they basically tell us it's not Keon White, because that person that's gonna take the stand for the state is gonna prove that Keon White was supposed to get the $40,000.
The state's witness would also testify that Kewan White, or to who shot and killed Melvin Noble. This witness would also testify to Kewan White being the individual who shot and killed Mr. Noble on November 11th of 2020. Again, this conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder. The state has also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, Marquise Conway. These records would show that the defendant drew $40,000 in the days following the murder of Melvin Noble. And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal. These records would correspond to the exact amount the state's witness would testify to.
What they showed in the court. Put on the black, when that Camaro put on the side of 3, when I'm kind of wondering if they was already shooting at him.
In 37 seconds, the victim does not return into the frame.
That is wild. I didn't think of that statement as well. Maybe he did stop the car because while they were driving, they just continue following him, shooting at him. That's another one I didn't think. Was there any bullet holes found on the vehicle? But another thing that we got on why we think it's not Keon White taking the stand is because the person that's going to take the stand is going to prove that Keon White was the shooter. I think homie's snitching on both. The shooter's not going to really get that much less time. He still killed somebody even if he takes the stand. Dude's trying to weasel his way into less years and probably more probation. I'm not saying he's going to walk off scot-free, but he's not trying to do 45 years and nothing crazy. Sub to the channel, guys. I told you, the more that we keep getting regarding this case, we will continue updating you guys. This is crazy. Good news for Beezy, though. There might be some information or just the prosecutors didn't have enough on him to keep that $2 million bail. The fact that they went from $2 million to not even 1, they went from $2 million to $750. If I'm Yella Beezy, I'm feeling good about it. Sub to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Please share your thoughts.